Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sheifomi Umare. I'm filming from Lagos State, Nigeria. So before we go into today's video, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to my channel. Thank you to everyone that watched my previous video. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, guys. Trust me, it means a lot to me. It's an act of love. Thank you so much. And for you that are here to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So today we'll be talking about depression. I've honestly wanted to talk about depression for a while now, and I am so glad. I'm so glad I'm talking about it today. It's actually means a lot. Yeah, I'm happy I have the chance to talk about it. We'll be looking into few of the symptoms, the causes, and solutions. Everyone knows depression is a feeling, right? So depression is a feeling. I would say depression is a feeling of sadness. It is a feeling that makes you unproductive. It is a feeling that distracts your everyday life activities, if that makes sense. But yeah, depression is a feeling, and it is not a good feeling. It is a sad feeling where you feel sad, where you feel unproductive for days, for months, for weeks, for years, whatever. But yeah, depression actually means the feelings, the way you feel, and it is not a good feeling. It is actually a bad feeling. So now we'll be looking at some symptoms of depression. We'll be looking at few symptoms of depression. If someone is depressed, how do you get to know you are depressed? So the first symptoms I'm going to be talking about today is the feeling of sadness itself. You know, we earlier said depression is a feeling of sadness. Now the first symptom, the primary symptom we're going to be talking about today itself is the feeling of this sadness. Trust me, if you are being depressed, if you are going through the depression stage, you'll be sad, extremely sad. Not just, I know everyone gets sad over little things, over things sometimes, but this one is extreme. You will be sad, you'll be angry at yourself. It might not necessarily mean you getting angry at others. You get angry, you get mad at yourself. You will be sad for, I would have said, for no reason, but most times you have reasons why you are sad. You have things come up, things pop up to your head, and you are just sad about, probably you are not doing good as you would have loved to. Probably things are not working well for you. Probably a traumatic event, something that has happened in the past or whatever, but something triggers this sadness, something triggers this anger. You'll be pessimistic. When you begin to feel pessimistic, you're not being optimistic, and you just feel you're worthless. You just feel like nothing good will come out from you and all of that. But you genuinely just feel so sad, extremely sad. Once you start feeling sad, and it's continuous, you feel sad every time, every day. Trust me, you need to do something about it. It is a primary symptom of someone who is going through depression. Now the second symptom I'm going to talk about is isolation. You want to isolate yourself from everybody. You won't want to go out. You just want to be at home, and it is not like there's something particular you're doing at home. You're just at home crying, thinking. In fact, that is where idleness comes in. And when you're idle, you begin to think, you begin to have these negative thoughts. Trust me, guys, people that talks about suicidal thoughts, it is real. Before now, I used to feel like, oh, it is not real, it is not, how will you just sit down and start thinking about you wanting to commit suicide and all of that? It is real, it happens, it is real. And I feel like most times what causes this is when you are being idle. You are sad and you are not doing anything. You are just there. You are not occupied with stuff. You are just there. So these thoughts will come in. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to, at times you just feel like, God, just take me. Let me just go. I don't want to be in the world and all of that. So when you begin to have stuff like this, when you begin to feel this feeling of sadness, when you begin to feel like, oh, you're always isolating yourself from the public, from your friends, from family members, trust me, there's something is wrong. If you are going through the stage of depression, you will honestly and genuinely, might be consciously or subconsciously, you will lose interest in everything you've loved. If people used to know you as someone who is always happy, who is always cheerful, someone that goes to the room and everyone knows you're in the room, and all of a sudden it is not deliberate, it is not a deliberate act. You just find yourself losing interest in all these things. You just don't want to mingle, you just don't want to go out, you just don't want to have conversations with people, you just want to be on your own, you don't even want to smile. Nothing is even making you happy and all of that stuff. You just want to be there. You just want to be there. You want to be unnoticed. And I'm genuinely not saying people who go out or people who find themselves in public places and don't like, bringing themselves to the light. There are some people like that when they are in, a congregation, or when whenever they are somewhere, they don't like people focusing their attention on them. No, I'm not saying that. I'm only saying when people used to know you as someone who is lively, as someone who is jovial, as someone who is probably the life of the party, and you cannot go anywhere and no one will not know you, and all of a sudden you're not just that person again. So something just happened and you did not know. You cannot even give an explanation about it. You just find yourself being a bitter person. I don't know if that makes sense. If that makes sense, you just find yourself being a bitter person, and then you begin to ask yourself, am I a sadist? Why am I sad? What is the exact reason why I'm sad and all of that? My sister, you're not a sadist, you're only going through the depression stage. So once you find yourself feeling this way, or once you find yourself in situations like this, you need to seek help. That means you are either going through the depression stage, or something must be triggering, something must have triggered something must have triggered that action, the new behavior, the new you. Another symptom I'm going to be talking about today is difficulty in remembering things. Guys, I don't know why I'm laughing, but anyways, so you find it difficult to remember things. Okay, I feel like I should put it this way. You lose concentration. You don't concentrate in conversations, in whatever people are saying. In fact, in what you watch, what you see, you just lose concentration. You might physically be somewhere and your mind is somewhere else. And I'm not saying it happens to normal people. It happens to normal people because I've found myself in situations where I am with you physically, but my mind is not there. Now, I'm not talking about this one. It is also a symptom of being depressed. Trust me, I feel like I'm correct. Yeah, it's also a symptom of being depressed. You just lose concentration. You even find it difficult to remember things. You don't remember things at all, and your brain works slowly. Your brain is not, your brain does not pick up something immediately, like effectively. It is not that effective. It does not work very well again. You just find yourself finding it difficult to remember things, to even make decisions. You find it so hard to make decisions, and you be like, what's going on? What has come over me? Why am I finding it so difficult to make? It just comes with the difficulty itself. It comes with you finding it difficult to do anything that you used to do easily before then. We'll be looking at few causes of depression, and the first cause I'm going to talk about is the family history. Guys, some families have this illness history. Some families experience hypertension, some families experience depression, whatever sickness it is. But sometimes, I would not say most times, but sometimes it comes with an hereditary agenda. But sometimes it is hereditary. Sometimes your family might have an history of this particular illness or whatever. Then the second cause I'm going to talk about is your environmental factor. I feel like this is like the primary cause of depression. I don't know for others, but for me, environmental factor is the primary cause. Environmental factor also entails bullying, the people you live with, and some sub factors under environmental factor. But all in all, environmental factor causes. And me saying environmental factor, it's where you live, the type of people you associate with, the type of people you involve with determines basically the way your life will be. I don't know if that makes sense. When they say the kind of people you live with determines how you are going to, it affects you in one way or the other. It either affects you negatively or it affects you positively. It is true. Before now, I used to feel like, I can be living with someone that and I cannot be the person, but I have come to realize, and I have experienced, that people you live with it determines everything. Probably not everything, but most things. In short, people you live with have an effect in your life. either negatively or positively. So I'm talking about environmental factor. Guys, if you are in the midst of people that make you feel worthless, that make you feel unwanted, that makes you feel, oh, you're not, that does not even help you see any value in yourself, people that makes you have low self-esteem on yourself, people that don't even speak positive things into your life, people that don't encourage you, and then you begin to even feel worthless. You begin to feel probably what this person is saying is true, and it might not necessarily mean you're not trying your best, it might not necessarily mean you're not working towards being a better person. But me, I believe if I am at this stage of, you know, trying to improve on myself, my life, and whatever, you need people around you. You need genuine people around you, people who will encourage you, people who will speak positive things, people who are going to cheer you up. So if you're in the midst of people who all they know how to say is just to say negative things to you, just to tell you how worthless you've been, just to tell you how invaluable you've been since, you know, maybe you've been there, or since they've known you or whatever, it is actually bad for you. You can even find yourself being depressed because you start to feel pessimistic about yourself. You start to feel, oh, I am probably worthless, I don't bring anything to the table, I don't add any value to this person. And you know, these thoughts makes you like understand that what might not really have meaning to me might be meaningful to someone else, because we are different, we are just different, we are created differently, so we have our own unique things, ways, and the other part. Another cause I'm going to talk about is idleness. Everyone knows being idle brings negative thoughts and all of that stuff, so it is advisable not to even be idle at all. And idleness causes depression. I don't know if that makes sense to people, but yeah, it causes depression, because if you are idle, and it is, if you are someone who is not into something, if you are someone who you are not where you would have loved to be, if you are someone who is probably not making money as you would have loved to make, if you are someone who is not yet where you would have loved to be in a way, and you are just there, you are not doing anything, you are not engaged in anything, you are just in a position doing nothing, trust me, different thoughts, negative thoughts will come in, and you start feeling you are worthless, you are this, you are that, you start saying negative things to yourself, and you start feeling pessimistic, and it's 80% leads to depression, because you begin to think about it, so you are just stagnant, you are not moving forward, you are not moving backward, you are just there, and how life is throwing things at you and all of that. So it is advisable to always engage in something. It's not even advisable to be idle. Why will you be idle in the first place? Even if, for instance, you'll be looking for a job, you've been doing job hunting and all of that, and you need to get a job, find something doing. If it is to learn a craft, if it is to start doing something, just find something doing. Don't make sure you're not idle, make sure you're not just there doing nothing. Just look for something to do, because if you're idle, you begin to think, and from there you just realize that, oh, you are depressed and all of that stuff. So these are the few courses I'm going to talk about. I know we have lots and lots of courses, but these courses are courses I know, I'm familiar with, I'm relatable with. So these are the few courses I'm going to be talking about today. So now we'll go to solutions. I mean, there is no problem that doesn't have a solution. Every problem has a solution. So we'll be talking about few solutions to depression. I'm trying my best. I hope this video is meaningful to people. I hope this video is helpful to some persons, and I hope it is not too boring, because I'm trying my possible best not to make this video too long and too boring. Solution I'm going to talk about, and me, I see it as the primary solution. Yes, it's the primary solution for me, and it's the first solution I'm going to talk about today, and it is have genuine people around you. Guys, very, very important. Just have genuine people, because just have genuine people, that's what I'm going to say. Now, me saying have genuine people around you is that when you are at this stage of depression, when you are being depressed, you want to isolate yourself from people, from your family members, from friends. You want to push people away. You will not want to associate with anybody. They might actually come to you, they might have, you know, realized, they might have noticed the way you've been lately. They might have noticed the sadness in you, the feeling of sadness and whatsoever it comes with, and they might honestly be trying to, you know, want to know what's going on with you, want to know what's going on with your life. But subconsciously you just find yourself pushing everybody away. You find yourself want to be alone. You don't just want to talk to anybody. You just don't want to explain anything to anybody. But having genuine people around you, in as much as you are trying to push them away, they keeps coming. I don't think that makes sense. In as much as they are trying to push everybody away, they just keep coming to you. They keep on giving you encouraging words, even though they don't know what's going on, even though they don't know what triggered why you are feeling so bad, so sad, and whatever. But they are just there. They are just there. They are always there. They are always there. They are always in your corner. You just find them. You just find them every time, everywhere. So I'm going to say the first solution is have genuine people who genuinely love you, people who you know that if anything's up, they are there for you. Just have genuine people. Trust me, having genuine people in one's life is a blessing. It is a blessing. Just have people you can confidently talk to and you can confide in, people you know that, oh, this is someone reliable, someone I can easily say anything to, someone I can talk to and I will not feel scared, someone I can share something with and I will feel secured and I will feel fine. I mean, I will not feel the same way I was before telling you. Just have genuine people around you. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. God, because when you are depressed, when you are in the depression state, you tend to just not care about anything. You don't just care about however people want to see me, however people want to look at me. Let them. You don't even just care. You don't even see anybody self. You don't see anybody. So what I'm going to say is, in as much as you are going through tough times, in as much as you are sad or whatever, make sure you take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. You might not be extremely wealthy, you might not be rich, you might not have enough to take good care of yourself, but the little you have, take care of yourself. And you taking care of yourself, I do not necessarily mean, oh, go shopping, and if that's what works for you, fine, it's fine, you can go shopping, but don't spend on your life savings on shopping. But me saying take good care of yourself is eat well, smile often, hang out with friends, talk to people, just do something that will make you happy. Just do something that at the end of the day, after doing it, you will know and you will feel fulfilled. You feel, oh, I am happy. Just make yourself happy. Be genuinely happy. Try as much as possible to be happy. Be happy. Then the next solution I'm going to talk about is documentation. This documentation is like it's like 50-50 here, and I actually said that because I know that sometimes it does not work out, because if someone is not completely healed from depression, if you are not completely healed from depression, if you document, you know, what triggered your state of being sad, or if you document maybe probably a traumatic event that led to you being depressed or whatever, and you go back to your journal to read it, or you go back to wherever you documented it to watch or to read, trust me, that feeling will come back. You will feel sad again. And most times when you are healed completely, when you are sure or you are healed, I mean, you can think about these things and just smile. You know, there are situations where you would have gone through things in life, and when you are completely healed and you are just over it completely, you just look back and I did it, God did it. But if you've not gotten to that stage, if you are in the process of healing, if you are just healing from depression, please don't just try as much as possible not to think about it. But documentation works for some people and it does not work for some people, but I would still say documentation is still one of the solutions of healing depression. You can document it. I mean, just after the whole scenario, after the whole whatever, the whole stage, and you look at it and say, I did it, this is me, I am not where I used to be again. But yeah, so I'm going to say documentation actually helps you. It works. Yeah, so I'm not saying everyone is going through depression, but some people are going through depression and they don't even know about it. They don't even know they are going through depression. They are still trying to, you know, there is a state in your life that you'll be going through depression, but you're still trying to like want to say, no, I'm not going through depression. No, I cannot be depressed. I cannot shake it. I'm just sad. Guy, you're depressed. You don't just know it. Anytime you find yourself being sad, or you just find yourself just wanting to isolate yourself or anything, if you just find yourself feeling or experiencing any symptoms of depression, just do something, try your best to fight it, not to go into depression, because depression even leads to death. When you're depressed, you can actually just do something and then you just take your life, or something just happens and all of that. So with these few points of mine, I believe this video is educative and it is not too boring, because I honestly tried my best not to make this video too boring and too long, because I don't want my video to be too long. So I hope you gained something in today's video, and I hope you are going to be self-conscious of the way you live your life. Just to be sure you are not cotton fresh, just to be sure you are not, always sad. Just to see yourself do things that makes you happy and all of that. So thank you so much for everyone that watched my video to this point, to this extent. This is me saying thank you. You mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. You'll see to the very end. Thank you so much for watching my video to the very end. It's actually a good thing. It actually means a lot to me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, to comment, drop your reviews, guys. Please don't forget to drop reviews for me. See you in my next video. Bye.